reaction coming in after President Donald Trump says he is directing federal agencies to reopen Alcatraz as a federal prison, even though it has been closed for over 60 years. The prison became too expensive to maintain and has since become a real tourist attraction, hosting more than 1 million visitors each year. President Trump says his idea came because of all the pushback he's gotten from federal judges over the removal of migrants without due process.
They want to have trials for every single, think of it, every single person that's in our country illegally, that came in illegally. That would mean millions of trials, and it's just so ridiculous what's happening. Every single person.
The president's proposal, of course, sparking immediate reaction. Veronica Macias is live with more on the likelihood of its
Apologies for that
reopening
sound
with
clash.
prison, which does not seem that likely.
It doesn't. And good afternoon. Yes, we know very little details about the president's proposal to reopen Alcatraz as a prison, but already people
Wait,
that
that's
we've talked
Alcatraz?
to here at the marina telling me that it's better to keep this an iconic San Francisco attraction than returning it to a prison. Now, back when it did operate some 63 years ago, we do know that it could house up to 300 inmates, we know. And we know it was also very difficult to get everything onto the rock as it's known here. It's not far from us here at the marina, just a little over a mile. But all the supplies that were coming in onto the rock, including fresh water, had to come in by boat. Now, the reason Alcatraz shut down, like you said, under then Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy was because of the island's isolation.
Oh, shut up. Oh, it's good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happy Monday. Happy Fun Day Monday. Whoops. My apologies. How are we doing? Happy Bank Holiday Monday. I don't know why we have a bank holiday again. It's the 5th of May. Cinco de Mayo. YouTube stream Health is Good. Welcome to the Bose Davies Show. It's gone it's 9:04. I just thought I'd do that soundbite. Alcatraz, baby. I'm all for it. And of course, the fake stream media news, all they can do is negative, negative, negative. It is so tedious about Donald Trump and everything that he does. It is I'm so bored of it. How we doing? Is it a happy Monday? We had fair to middling weather today. It was a bit cool, and then we had the sun break through, and then we had cool, and then we had a burst of rain, a bit like April showers in May. Apparently today was VE Day, or not quite. Apparently it's Thursday, I'm not sure. They keep on changing the dates for everything, and I didn't even know. Big celebrations in Londonistan with the old King Charles. Oh, sausage fingers. Do you know, honestly, you would not believe it. I'm going to say hello first. Hello to the Foxhole crew. Hello D-Live. Hello Ramble. Hello Kick. Hi YouTube. Have I got everybody? I keep on forgetting to do X. My apologies. I have an itch in my eye. Some itches just cannot be left unscratched. Can't ignore it, right? Anyway, how are we this evening? I mean, I'm so confused with what day it is. I thought today was Tuesday. I really thought today was Tuesday. And you know what? I blame my friend for it. I do blame my friend for it. Because I could usually go by dues that my friend has. You know, my wonderful budgies. And my friend, normally people, when they get married, it's usually on a Saturday, isn't it? Saturday's quite the sort of the most common day for a wedding. Basically, of course, because most people work from Monday to Friday, so Saturday, of course, is weekend and da-da-da-da. So, I mean, I don't need to go into great detail to it, but once upon a time, traditionally, it was Saturday was the wedding day, and so simply put, the only event that was on this last week was a wedding, but it was on Friday. So if it was on Friday, I'm thinking it's Saturday. Right? Do you see where I'm going? Does anybody else have that issue? Don't answer. That's a very loaded question. That could backfire. Now, look, it's very hard to keep up with what the Don Meister's doing. If he's not trolling, winding the lefty lunatics up, which I absolutely love, he is arranging events like the Washington, is it the Commanders? I don't know. The football stadium is going to be Is it going to be built? I don't. The RFK Stadium. I'm so confused. I mean, I don't really care. The NFL draft is going to take place in Washington, D.C. in 2027. Whoop-de-doo. The only thing that I found exciting about, not exciting, but fun about his announcement tonight was the look on the face of the demonic, was it Mariel Bowser, the disgusting mayor of Washington, D.C.? Oh, she's the Black Lives Matter Plaza. Remember that? Remember the anti-Trump? I guess revenge is a dish best served cold for some. I'll be showing that to you now. Wait a minute. Health is good. Screw Big Pharma, what they did to me and are doing to me. I'm about to expose what they're doing to me tomorrow by recording what your doctor says when you want to lower your dose and get off a poison you don't want. You now burn internally on or off because of the drug. You're done. It's exposure time. Gosh, that's Aquaria in pill.net. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Base T. Really sorry that you're struggling and suffering the way you are. Aquaria 18, I'm so sorry about that. That sounds horrendous. I think is it connected to the jib jab, the horrible jib jab? And talking about the jib, okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to cover, I'm not going to talk about who's what. I'm going to actually start showing you what I'm talking about, which will be much more entertaining, I think, for you. Anyway, okay, so today was Monday. Now that I know it was Monday, Donald Trump is going to reopen Alcatraz. I think it's fantabby-dozy. England, apparently, I say it was VE Day. I don't know. I don't understand because Thursday was VE Day or something. I've just got VE Day, 80th anniversary. Once upon a time, I used to be so patriotic. I resent all these scumbags. They just ruined it for me. I used to be so patriotic. I used to be pro-monarchy for my sins. I'm sorry, I'm going a mile a minute. I'm chasing my tail. The budgie's not well. I've had one of those days. And I didn't even know it was this today. I'm so confused. Because Russia's doing something on Thursday. I think it's the 8th, it's actually a day, but for some reason today was celebrated. And look, it's not the same, is it? I say, I don't care, right? My feelings for this, I want to throw up, all right? Whereas once I used to celebrate it and enjoy the day, I baked cupcakes and all kinds of stuff. Hang on, I can see my scene is struggling in the back. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, I used to be so patriotic. I used to defend the monarchy for my sins. I was so naive about the whole thing. I used to think the monarchy was great for tourism and tradition and all the pomp and circumstance. I really did. Once upon a time, before my horrible awakening, I actually loved it. And I used to have arguments with people who were against it. I guess I now sound like a bloody lefty, and I don't like it because I'm against the monarchy. But of course, I'm against the monarchy for moral grounds because I didn't know about the demonic entities and the lizard people and the children, the tunnels and the sacrifice and the pagan crap and the sausage fingers with the what's his face and the Jimmy Savile and this cow who's Kamala. And look, it's just sort of same, is it? Let me just show you this sort of short thing of them coming up onto the balcony, which it just looks like nothing to me. Oh, shit. Who's clapping? Oh, these people are such brain-dead zombies. Oh, and he's smiling. Oh. What do they look like? They're all in their pretend military costumes. The only one who I think, well, I guess, and look at their poor, the male pattern baldness. That's bad, right? It's a shame. They've all got it. They're all afflicted with this. Except I don't know if Harry is, in fact. Where was, oh no, Harry wasn't invited. Was he invited? Who cares? I don't care. But look, it just is not the same. All them in there. How many stripes do you need, Charles? You're not what? Is that supposed to be like an admiral? Since when were you on a bloody ship, Charles? Did he ever serve anything other than dinner to Camilla? I don't know. Sausage fingers? William was... Or was it Andrew was a helicopter pilot? William was a helicopter pilot. His uncle's a helicopter pilot. Of course, Andrew is... Must be the fire. I've got to make sure my music is on. It is. Listen to me. I'm running away with myself. I'm so resentful of the fact that I don't like the royals and the whole monarchy. And by the way, isn't it funny how I don't even want to play them going up onto the balcony. Just seeing them. Anne, Duke of Edinburgh, isn't that him at the back? He's like the head of the Freemasonic, the Masonic Lodge. I keep on seeing flashes of... Anyway. Look at her. What's that blue? Flyover. Okay, great. The planes are flying. Apparently a plane crash landed in Kent today. Luckily, I believe that the people in it are fine. I mean, that just doesn't look the same, does it? I was thinking of the laser too, with the blue, the laser-proof blue. Of course, blue is apparently laser-proof, right? With the direct energy weapons. That's a terrible colour, isn't it? It really is. It's all it's good for is stopping lasers from getting you. Hey, Wayne the Pain in the house. The Duke of Edinburgh is the youngest son of Charles. Duke of Edinburgh. Duke of Edinburgh. Wait a minute. Edward. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Andrew and Edward are the Queen's... The brothers of Charles. The Duke of Edinburgh... Isn't he the Charles's uncle or something? I mean, the Duke of... Not the Duke of... I don't know. Who cares? She forgot it was a flyover and put a proof suit on. That's funny. Right, I don't want to see them anymore. Where's the crowd? What do they look like? What do they look like? Don't they look like a bunch of numpties, really? In this day and age? I don't care. I don't want to see them. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Then we got the fly over the Red Devils. Interesting that they're called... Are they called the Red Devils? That's only just hit me now. The demonic devils. Is that really it? Are they the Red Devils or the Blue Arrows? The Blue Arrows are American, aren't they? Oh. Oh, a stupid crowd. Ah, red, white and blue. Now, isn't it funny how, depending on the day or the occasion, the Union flag... Look at that. That was hopeless. There's no side of the crowds. Was it that the streets were empty or something? Because that was such... The Royal Family Channel, that was a bit weird. All right, I want to see the Mall. The Mall. The Mall. You know, the Mall. Here we go. Let's see if this is real or if it's been superimposed. Let's see. God, they made that look really long. Let me see. Crowds. Let's see the crowds. There's nobody there. Oh, there are people there. Oh, great angle. Okay, so Union... Those don't look like the right colour. What's going on with the flags? What colour blue is that? Is it me? Hang on, my apologies. I don't have a good... That's a hopeless Sky News. That's a terrible angle. VE Parade. I say, once upon a time I used to love it. Oh my god, that person looks spooky. What is that? It's 3 kids. Oh, shave. William, they have a shave. I mean, the facial hair just isn't on, is it? I have no idea what... You know, this is absolutely useless. What are those stupid numbers down there? 80, 80, 80. Is that 888? I want to see the crowds. Was there anybody there from our lot? How about ITV? Oh, here we go. Not exactly bursting, was it, with people? Look, it was pathetic. Good. Not many turned out. Look, he can't even bloody salute. Look at him. Limp wrist or what? Should be like this. Look, wrist. Oh, I'm not going to say why it's probably that way. No, don't make me do it. Way the page in the house. Beach Bear says take care for some reason. Oh, Narrow Path, where are you going? Later on, people, in a bit, take care. Where are you going? King loves his real son. He doesn't love Harry. Ask James Hewitt. Look, the whole Harry, fiasco with the king and all the nonsense. It's all distraction, everybody. I'm very happy to see that it really wasn't teeming with people. Look at what the hell is that camera right there? Hey, Beach Bird Trouble 3. Look at that camera. My goodness me. Did you try to see a pimple on a nose with that thing? Is it me, or does that not all look very chintzy? They don't care. Look at him. He can't even salute. He's not really the king. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket. Thankfully, it's in hell. We're in hell. What the hell are these banners? Looks so tacky. Look at that. What is that? Oh, it's all symbolism, isn't it? Tat. I'm sorry, but much as I know the Queen was a lizard, she had taste. She wouldn't have... Well, no, did she? Yeah, she did. I'm arguing with myself because I'm pissed off with all these people. They've ruined this country for me. Everything that I thought I knew turns out to be absolute load of twaddle. Anyway, so load of tat. Nobody cares. All a bunch of foreigners there. Oh, shall we see the teapot? What? Wait a minute. Is that the colour of the Union flag? Is it supposed to be that dark, that blue? Is that the right shade of blue? Put a 1 in the chat if that is the correct shade of blue for the Union flag. And as I say, isn't it funny how depending on who's waving it, what situation as to when it's okay, right? What happened to my racisms, right? If patriots do it, we're a bunch of, knuckle-dragging waithothums, but when they wave it, oh, that's all right. Such double standards. Is this tea? Something wrong with that flag. I think they've got it upside down. It's an SOS. Oh dear. Wayne the Pain. Wait a minute, how old is he? Hang on. Dear. Oh, he's 100. And Keir Starmer's pretending to be patriotic. He can't stand this. None of them like this country. Look at the sausage fingers. Hang on, his sausage. I mean, you want to see sausage fingers. What's with his fingers? I'm 100 years of age, I am. Don't you think somebody should have told Charles that he was sitting next to a man who's 100? Don't you think he should have known that? He said, "Where's my letter? Did you get his card? Look at the hand." It does look too dark, doesn't it, Beach Bear? Thank you. That's very weird. Hello, Base T. Love you. Thanks. Oh, hello. I'm sure that's too dark, that blue. Now, Chatty KC, welcome in Foxhole. Thank you for smacking that red pill. Let me just see. Oh, Chatty Casey, thank you so much for the cookie. First time lurker. Well, you're not lurking very well, are you? You're in the chat. Hello, welcome to the show. So this is afternoon tea. Because apparently it's VE Day, but not quite. I gotta find out what it is. I don't know why it's today. They have a lot of ceremonies on certain dates because of the demonic entities. Oh, please. What are we doing here? That seems like a very small room wherever they are. Oh, that's nice, Chat Casey. Hey, Magajon. Oh, scum. Look. Come on. Yeah, of course, viewers, we know that all of these... Do you know what it is? I am truly one who loves tradition. I love... we've been... Let's just say the dark side isn't there. Let's just put the demonic... the Illuminati news and all that to one side. Let's park it to one side. Let's go back circa 2016 when I thought everything was fine. The monarchy was brilliant and pomp and circumstance was fantabby-dozy. All right. The thing is that none of these things like this country, and it irks me that on a day that is being remembered as apparently the end of the Second World War, which of course never really ended and the Germans didn't lose, just by the way, just saying. Hitler didn't die, he went to Argentina, hello, in a submarine. Anyway, all of these individuals who are pretending to be rah-rah about the country and patriotism, they loathe everybody. They loathe us more than anything, and they are doing their damnedest, seriously, to undermine and destroy this country. For the good people, the good men and women, and those who died, sacrificed their lives, sadly, for completely, they were conned. But we have the Muslim mayor of London he's got the biggest hook nose I've ever seen, the biggest beak ever, and he loathes this country and he's all about Islam. This one here, who's a lefty Labour turd, she's wearing a stupid hat. It looks like a turd on her head. I said, why are you wearing a turd on your head? Does it look like a turd emoji? Somebody should have warned her about that. It does look like that from the side view anyway. And here's William and his son, whose name is it George? I don't care. I can't stand them. They're all fakers. They're all... Oh, yeah, here's the street parties. Union flags everywhere. Look at this.
In groups, big and small, this is how communities did their bit. This is Catterick Garrison in North Yorkshire, a place still synonymous with the British Army, honouring those impromptu street parties of 1945, something that is for a very few still a vivid memory.
I was just 12 when my mum turned around and said, your daddy'll be coming home any day. Oh yes, it's a memorial, really.
For those as young as Marjorie was back then, this is about more than a history lesson.
Celebrating VE Day is a really special moment for everyone to remember and reflect on those who have died saving us.
It's important to celebrate these sort of days and remembering the people who've served for us.
The designated head of the German state signed
To the echoes of one Prime Minister, who better to judge the cake contest than another? This one, the local MP. He declined another of the vintage attractions. No.
I just want to. I am going to throw up. I really am. It's just. They are so disingenuous. They loathe this country. They destroy this country with the illegal migration. They're taxing everybody up the hill. They're taking away money from the elderly, and then they put on this fakery to pretend like they're so patriotic. And it's not even today. Today's not even VE Day. It's the 5th. VE Day was officially on the 8th. So what are they doing? They postponed St. George's Day for a week. Right, it was supposed to be on the 23rd of April. It got suddenly postponed to the 28th, which of course nobody remembered. And now it's Victory in Europe Day happened on the Tuesday, the 8th of May, 1945. So why is everything being done on the 5th? What happened on the 5th? How you can't? It's like, do you know? It's like celebrating your birthday a day early or a day afterwards. It's like it's not the same thing. If it's not on the day it actually happened, it doesn't really count. So what happened on the 5th? Come on, somebody is going to tell me. Somebody clever is going to tell me why everybody's pretending like it was today. Victory in Europe Day is the day celebrating the formal acceptance by the Allies of World War II of Germany's unconditional surrender of its armed forces on Tuesday, the 8th of May, 1945. It marked the official surrender of all German military operations on 25th of May, 1945. The Battle of Odzak ended in a Yugoslav... What? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, what are they doing to us? On the 25th of May 1945, the Battle of Odzak ended in a Yugoslav partisan victory, marking the end of World War II in Europe. On the Eastern Front, the last known shots were fired on the flippin' 11th. Is it me? I always thought that there was... Let me just go back. I'm losing my mind. I thought there was a victory officially in Europe, and then there was a victory in Japan, because Japan delayed its admission after Nagasaki and Hiroshima. All right, come on, somebody, I'm confused. What the hell? How many dates are there? And it's the we're not even matching any one of those days. We're doing it on the 5th, Bank Holiday Monday. Where am I? When is it? Because the poles have shifted? What are they doing? I mean, put a 1 in the chat. Am I missing something? Is it? Have they lost it? Is it me? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree that this is really weird. I'm so confused. The 8th. They've mentioned the 8th of May. They've mentioned the 25th of May. And then we've got the 11th of May, the Eastern Front. The Russians are going to celebrate on the 9th of May. Putin has declared 3 days of a ceasefire, and they're going to have 3 days of celebrations. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm so confused. I am confused. I mean, it doesn't take... No, it does, actually. No, it doesn't. I'm arguing with myself. It kind of sort of does take a lot to confuse me. Sometimes it doesn't, like this. Oh, look, Based Amy's live broadcast. 2 watching. Woo! Hey, don't all jump in at once. Timelines are converging. The Mandela effects are occurring. This is just so weird. Thank you. Okay, so it's not me. There's something weird going on. The soldiers hold an overnight dress rehearsal of the VE Day parade. "2:30 in the morning. Having a rehearsal. And by the way, but look, I'm so sorry. You know, this was my stomping ground for several years. And you know what? Now, look, let's again, let me just go with this to say that Churchill was great and he was a leader in World War II and he saw us to victory and all that codswallop, which turns out to be. But just say, let's just go with it, all right, and say that Winston Churchill was a patriot and he led the country to great victory. Why did they let a lefty design his statue? Because does this look like a statesman of great import? His statue, he looks like a decrepit old fart who couldn't even stand up straight. And that's they haven't even got the whole statue in the picture. You know, everything is just so twisted. It's so bad. Yeah, so they designed it so that he looks like a complete decrepit old fool, crouched over. Right? Whoop. I bet that was popular at 2:30 in the morning, hearing the bagpipes through the streets of Londonistan town. Oh, what a great idea. Don't you think they could have just pretended to be playing at 2:30 in the morning? This was their dress rehearsal last night. Look at the state of them. Because he was a decrepit old fart, yeah. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh, please. Oh, I can't stand this. Who are these ones? Are these supposed to be the wags or something? Look at the state of them. Oh, great. Diversity is our weakness. I'm going to officially say it. DEI hires abound. Do you know what? Putin's quaking in his boots. Rootin' tootin' Putin. This is the representation of the military in this country. Ruh-roh. I just hope Putin hasn't got the channel on because of that. That's a representation. Oh, we're in trouble. Just saying. Know what I mean? I do like the horses. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. Okay, so apparently today was V-Day, but it's not really. It's the 8th, but not really. It's the 9th, but... Okay, let's just look at Putin. What Rootin' Putin Tootin' did. Very busy. Putin, let's see. I'll just put Putin in there. 18 hours ago, on cam, Putin works in kitchen, then sends nuclear weapon message to Ukraine as Zelensky snubs truce. Now, if you wanted to listen to the fake stream media news, ladies and gentlemen, you would be under the impression that we are at imminent state of World War III. I know we must have had World War III by now, but let's just say it appears as though on the 5th of May, with all this braggadocio about the truce in 80 years ago, if you listen to the fake stream media news, we're on the brink of nuclear war between India and Pakistan, because apparently Pakistan did a terrorist attack, a bunch of tourists in what's that cardigan place? No, it wasn't Pashmina. Wasn't it? It's not funny. Apparently, 26 people were killed in a terrorist attack, randomly, as you do with the jihadis, somewhere on the border of Pakistan and India. Conflict. It's a bit like Palestine and Israel with the conflict zone. Anyway, so there, India was threatening to turn the water off. Pakistan said, please don't turn the water off, we'll just bomb you instead. So nuclear approach is going on. And then apparently there's a big tension between Russia and Ukraine. Russia-Ukraine war. Vladimir Putin admits Russia made mistakes and hopes not to use the nuclear weapons.
Preview of an upcoming interview with Russian state television. in which
Kashmir.
that Russia has the
Kashmir
and the means to bring the conflict in Ukraine to a quote logical conclusion, adding there has been no need to use those nuclear weapons, and I hope they will not be required. Also stating we have enough strength and means to bring what was started in 2022 to a logical conclusion with the outcome.
Wait a minute, why do they got the Ukrainian flags? Oh, God, my brain hurts. Wait a minute. Okay, I haven't seen this before. Wait a minute, are we in Russia or Ukraine? That's the Ukrainian flag, which of course is fake. Is that Putin? Wait a minute, I thought I saw Putin rootin' tootin' Putin. Where is he?
Putin said that Russia has the strength and the means to bring the conflict in Ukraine to a quote.
Wait a minute, what are we looking at?
Russian President Putin is saying in comments earlier today that the need to use nuclear.
What are these flags? Where the hell is this? Is this Ukraine or is this Moscow? Putin, I hope not to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. We've got these very odd buildings which look very much, you could be in London, couldn't you? With these structures, these incredible structures.
Nuclear weapons in Ukraine has not yet arisen, and that he hopes that it will not. So this is a preview of an upcoming interview with Russian state television in which Putin said that Russia has the strength and the means to bring the conflict in Ukraine to a quote logical conclusion, adding there has been no need to use.
I thought that was Putin there, but it's not.
Weapons, and I hope they will not be required. Also, with the president there.
Oh, shut up.
That Russia poses under the leadership of Vladimir Putin, and that's why Czech Republic has been such a strong supporter of Ukraine. And it's, of course, very important for Zelensky to shore up support from European countries like the Czech Republic, especially if the U.S. is going to decrease its support under the Trump administration.
Oh, shut up. All these talking heads, they're literally talking heads. They don't know what they're talking about. They opine about nothing. They think they're in somebody else's head and talk about a lot of twaddle. The 24/7 news cycle is the bane of our world. It really is. They can't have a moment of silence. They have to utter words, even if they don't make any sense. As long as they're talking with conviction, it seems good, like a good idea at the time. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know about the Czech Republic. He doesn't know about Ukraine. It's all a load of rubbish, right? I hope I don't have to use nuclear weapons. It'd be a shame. Now, Putin, he said I saw that apparently I was under the impression, it flashed across my awareness bubble that I'm in, that that President Putin, I don't want to say Putin, President Putin apparently did a recreation. Oh, actually, I didn't bookmark it. I'm so bad. He did a replica of the Brandenburg Gate or something, and did a. Oh, look, you see, I'm making something. I'm not making something up. I'm saying something. Oh, look, Orange Man bad. Okay, no, that's not good. Meh. No, it's not there. Does anybody have it? Yeah. It is a distraction, actually, Chatty KC. Look over here, not over there. Let me put Putin in the search. And I'm sure he did a... Maybe it's rubbish. I thought he did a replica of the Brandenburg Gate. That's old. No. That's Ukraine colours. But, why do these things flash across my screen and then I never see them again? Kind of pissed off about that. May 4th. All right. April 27th. Reported. Do you trust President Putin? Trump. I'll let you know in about 2 weeks.
Do you trust President Putin? Say it again. Do you trust President Putin? I'll let you know in about 2 weeks. Do you trust
2 weeks. 2 weeks from the 27th. 3 days. 14. So the 11th. And Mrs. Green Thumb in Foxhole, thank you. You've put a very good Oh, interesting. I haven't heard of Operation Trust. Oh, there's an operation I haven't heard of. Oh, no. Apparently, Mrs. Green Thumb has said, have you heard of Operation Trust? And has put a GIF in the chat. And it's got Bohemian Grove, the Bilderberg, Trilateral Commission, Numerology, the Holocaust, the Moon Landing, 18 Garden. It's going by very quickly. I didn't do too badly there. Okay, I wish I could grab that GIF. Let me quickly show you before I multiply into 50,000 based Amy's. Big Brother, Secrets of Zionism, Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, the Bilderberg, Numerology, Old Across the Moon Landing, Tears, Flus, Gnosticism, Lost Pyramids, Pyramids. I've heard of all that. I've heard of all those. Just about 99% of those. Subliminal messaging. But I haven't heard of bloody damn it. Why haven't I heard of Operation Trust? Ugh. No. There's one I haven't heard of. Ian? Oh, Bolshevism. Oh, yeah. I may have heard of it, just not described in that way, possibly. All right, let's see. Hang on. Right, we're going to get back to today. All right, I'm going to get back to my bookmarks. This was hilarious. So this was a very short time ago, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls. Right? Now remember, of course, let's take our minds back to the horrible time of 2020 when the BLM hell was foisted upon the world. All right? The drug addict who wasn't killed by a policeman who was weirdly putting his knee on the guy's shoulder, but it looked like he was putting it on his neck. The guy died of an overdose, and they managed to George Floyd us all over the flipping world. Okay? PSYOP of the highest order just before the COVID con. Anyway, this silly cow, how she became Washington mayor. Well, just another one of those DEI hires. Of course, she pissed everybody off who's a patriot by putting the BLM Plaza in big letters to just piss everybody off. Now she's squirming behind Donald Trump whilst he's announcing the rebuilding of the Washington RFK Stadium or something for the Washington Commanders. So listen to what he says. Now somebody's recorded the screen and somebody's focused on her face because he's going to be talking about the mass invasion. That doesn't look like Donald Trump. Was it just, has it just been stretched? Anyway. They came in by the millions illegally. Watch her face. They just flowed in through an open border policy that was insane. And what we've done is we've offered, you know the numbers, but because we're taking them out by the thousands, we're being obstructed. Can you hear that okay? I can't turn up any louder. It's very unfair. We have to get them out fast. These are bad people. These are people that are killing, and they've already killed many people in this country. Illegal immigrants that came in illegally through an open border policy, which is insane. We talk about common sense. That's not common sense. And they came in from the Congo country, all over Africa, all over Asia, all over South America, parts of Europe. They flowed in and just walked right into our country. We had no idea who they were. 21 million at least. That's probably a low number. You know, you hear lower numbers than that. It's not. Are we feeling a little bit uncomfortable? I hope you are. You are squirming. You are just on fire behind him going, oh, what did I say? I was going to go. Why wasn't I sick? Why did I call it sick? Because, of course, she's one of the demonic entities who destroyed a location. That's a low number. But oh, wait, did she just wipe her nose? Sorry. Body language expert. You hear lower numbers than that? It's not. That's a low number. Oh, are we a cocaine? Are we a cocaine? Are they all on it? Are they all on it? I've become a body language expert, right? The old, I never touch my nose like that. I never feel the need to hit both nostrils at the same time. And it's my understanding, I've been educated on this, that apparently if you use the white powder, it causes a problem with your nose. So I guess they've all done it, right? They're all into it. It's just disgusting. No idea who they were. 21 million at least. That's probably a low number. You know, you hear lower numbers than that. It's not. That's a low number.
but many are really serious criminals and terrorists. And people from jails, they emptied out jails. You know, Venezuela, their crime is down 72% because they took all the criminals off the streets and the gangs, and they dumped them into our country.
Oh, Mrs. Greenthumb said, Based Amy, so glad I stopped in. You seem very wise. Oh, thank you, Grasshopper. I'm so glad you stopped by too. Wonderful to have you. Dick and Doris says, Based Amy, common sense isn't common anymore. Oh, exciting news, all right? Welcome, Mrs. Greenthumb. It's wonderful to have you on board. Based T is very lonely in Rumble. I've only got 4 thumbs up, including mine, in Rumble. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, James O'Keefe, who I think deserves all of the medals that are possible. In fact, he shouldn't be able to walk because his neck should be just be like a millstone of medals around his neck for all of the service that he's done to shine a light on the darkness of the corruption and the disgusting perversion of American political swampiness from Acorn, right? Remember the Acorn? The who do you mean what's it thing? Wow. He did a video the other day. He made a very concerning video to say that he wasn't suicidal because, of course, we heard about Virginia Giuffre, who sadly in the world we're in today, who was obviously the most well-known victim of the Epstein disgusting everything, who was Prince Andrew. Isn't that amazing? Nothing's been done yet. Anyway, so anyway, James O'Keefe is going to do a bombshell revelation, and it's going to start on Wednesday. So here's the promo for it, and this should be. And if it's James O'Keefe, oh wait a minute, why is he talking? Hang on, no, Donald, you've spoken. Hang on. So James O'Keefe, this is his promo clip, which is going to be big.
They can't suicide us all. They can't suicide us all.
It's too short for me. I need more. Everything's too short. I needed like another 10 seconds of that. Because I'm like, I gotta watch that on slow-mo. Anyway, it looks like from Wednesday, May the 11th. Is it? No, 7th. My apologies. La 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 la. Take it back. This Wednesday, James O'Keefe, O'KeefeMediaGroup.com is going to reveal about Pfizer undercover. Although, to be fair, to be frank, George, yours truly has done a lot of reveals about the old Pfizer. You know, with the documents that I did save somewhere. I'm stealing this. I'm exhaustipated. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the word of the year. Exhaustipated. Adjective. Too tired to give a she's an oozin'. Shit. Exhaustipated. There we go. I cannot find. Remember the clip I did the other night of the bullshit, horseshit, batshit, dog shit? You know what? I can't find it. Oh, this is so awe-inspiring. Okay, I got to get back to self. Center. Right, where was I? Now, if you haven't seen my website, basedamy.com, oh, don't do that to me, Chatty Casey. Tomorrow is 9/11 in reverse. No, it isn't. Tomorrow's not 9/11 in reverse. What are you talking about? 9/11? What? Listen, it's hard enough for me to try and think straight when it's, you know, in numerology. Yeah, that's too complicated for me. Right. Wayne the Pain, trust, the classic example of Soviet manipulation. Do you know what? Wayne the Pain has dropped some really... Oh, that didn't work. I was going to give you a big compliment there, Wayne. But I'm afraid your link said it doesn't appear to have any style information associated with it. Error. Oh, I got the big fat error message. Okay, so today the 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo, which again, I still haven't decided what exactly the significance of that is, because I thought it was something to do with the Mexicans and the war against America. That was the methylene blue. Let me see. Cinco de Mayo. Let me just give you that today's date. Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, is an annual celebration held on May the 5th to celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, led by General who gives a Schützenhusen. Not me. The second, I didn't know there was a second French Empire, ladies and gentlemen. I only thought there was one. I don't know where the second one came from, but I didn't get the memo. What the hell is this? You know what? They keep on creating new stuff. Sorry. Not sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. See, I told you. Here we go. Are you ready? The Second French Empire, officially the French Empire. I need a drink. What? The Second French Empire, officially known as the French Empire, which is the only one I knew, was the government of France from 1852 to 1870. It was established on the 2nd of December, I don't give a Scheisenhusen, by Louis-Napoleon Bonaparte, President of France under the French Second Republic, who proclaimed himself Emperor of the French as Napoleon the not confusing third. Too many numbers. The period was one of significant achievements in infrastructure and economy, while France reasserted itself as the dominant power in Europe until the Second World War, when they caved in and waved the white flag of surrender. The French resistance was very weak. Right, I can't. You know what? I can't cope with her. I can't have her. Well, I'll play it. I'll play this.
What do you say to those who believe you are taking the country down an authoritarian path?
Well, there you go again. Why don't you ask it a different way? Many people wanted to come into our country. Many people love Trump. I won the election. They didn't win the election. I got a lot more votes than they did. I won the popular.
Very loud.
I won all 7 swing states by a lot. A lot of people were surprised. I said, I think you could win 4, maybe 5. No, I won all 7, and I won by a lot. And I won, actually, I think there was a lot of hanky-panky going on, but it was too big to rig. That's the good news. It's too big to rig. But let me just say, so when you make these statements about people say this, people, well, you know, they had their chance at the election and they lost big. So you should ask the question differently. You should say, what about the people that want to be in this country? What about the people that love this country?
But what do you say? I'm asking it on behalf of those people to give you a chance to respond to them. What do you say to those people, sir?
Those people are going to be very happy. They're going to have to see some results. And I think we had a great 100 days. There are a lot of people that say it was unprecedented. It was an absolutely unprecedented 100 days. And I hope that they're going to be right.
Yeah, they will. This creature, I can't wait till she's gone. I can't. They're just so vile. They're so antithetical to us. And oh, by the way, the 9/11 numerology, for those who are not in Foxhole, it's been explained to me, because I am a bit dim sometimes. Nice bit dim. 5, 6. Okay, the 6th of May, 6/5 for us in England, right? The 6th of May, those add up to 11, and 2025, 225 equals 9, 9/11. And Macron's wife is a dude, yes, indeed. Just like Michael Obama's other half. And by the way, talking about dudes, now please, listen. I don't know what they're doing to people's bodies. But there's usually telltale signs. I mean, besides the office one, which I'm going to show you, but I mean, that's the only giveaway. But it doesn't fit, right? I'm going to show you this image. Prepare yourselves for this shock. Because it's the, I don't know, it's the Met Gala, is it? Again, demonic crew. It's the Met Gala, apparently, starting today. Now, of course, the telltale signs with the girls is, of course, the waistline, the hips and the waist. So unless this guy has had the hips padded, of course, the fake boobies, I think, shouldn't be allowed anyway. But please tell me, can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? Da, 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 da. The giveaway is there. It's a bloke who's dressed up as a woman. I'm so sick of this. It was on my feed. You never know what you're going to get with me, all right? You're not. You just don't know what you're going to get from one second to the next. And that's not good enough. That's just not good enough. What the demonic hell is this that we are being afflicted with? It's so boring now. Tiana Taylor has arrived at the Met Gala wearing custom Marc Jacobs. Yet another demonic crew. Thank you, Ham Solo. You saw what I saw. Ham Solo. Now, I don't know what happened to that video because, again, it's missing. I only saw that of the, there was a short video of this individual having a dress cut. Maybe it's on my YouTube. Hang on. I look at so much stuff every day. More than I care to admit to, more than I wish I did. And that's why I'm sounding a little bit touched in the head. And no, it's not on my YouTube feed. Oh, this is so irritating. Wait. Home. I was sure I put on my bookmarks. Oh. Okay. I don't know what that is. I didn't ask for that to be in my feed. It was in there. There was a video clip of this individual having this dress cut around that waist, and I took a screenshot. Oh, I know where it is. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. It's the third place, which I believe. Oh, I got excited then, and I shouldn't have done because this is still just a still video, still picture. I could say a very naughty word, but I'm not going to. Okay, so anyway, I can't get this picture bigger. Why can't I get this picture bigger? And I don't know where the video is for it. Met Gala. Okay, I'm going to do it again. How is it that that individual has so much the look of a woman, but is so obviously not? And of course, the one short video clip I want to see is not there. Do you know what? They're all losing the plot. I think the end is nigh for them all. This is what's going on in their heads right now.
It can always turn around.
They think they've got the pause button on Donald Trump. It's not working. How can anybody do that? That was the first real zombie nation, right? Vegas? With the machines. I'm going to cry because it was kind of sort of like this. Was it this one? No. Oh, no, I don't want to see that. Oh, it's pissing down with rain. Great. I can't stand these short clips. I really can't. Anyway, my apologies. I mean, basically, I had the longer video clip of that individual having a dress sort of cut around below its hips, and the bulge was there. I mean, ridiculously. I don't know quite. Maybe it must have been on purpose, because, you know, they know they've got a bulge. They're supposed to tuck it away. And it's all part of the demonic symbolism and Baphomet. That looks a bit like Michael Jackson. So the Met Gala, they're having fun. I mean, I shouldn't really be watching this because they look like a hot mess. I mean, did somebody tell him he meant to leave the curtain on the window? And, you know, the Matador wants the costume back? What the... And stop winking at me? Oh dear, look at this. Demonic, witch. It's weird. Don't you think this is all weird? Is this what it's meant to be? Again, I get annoyed when they keep on putting the same video up, and I really want to find that bloody video. If anybody can find... Oh, gaga, laga, gaga. Oh, wait, that's 2,000. Oh, dear, look at that. That's not good. Okay, sorry, everybody. My apologies. My apologies profusely. I just wished I'd found... I get frustrated. You know, because X does not have the same thing as YouTube does with the history. And sometimes, do you ever get it with X, where you go to X and you see an image or something you want to click on and it vanishes? Oh, sorry. It vanishes just like that before you can click on it to see what it is. And then you don't know where it came from and you don't know where it went. Ah, here we go. Yes. You know what? Perseverance, ladies and gentlemen. Never give up. Never give in. When you want to find what you want to find, find what you're looking for. Right? Here is a conflict with our brains. I mean, come on.
Woo! Gorgeous.
How? They did. They've done something to this individual's hips to make them wider falsely, because obviously with a woman's figure, the waist is narrower up here than the hips normally. There is a waist, whereas the men don't have a waist. But there certainly shouldn't be a bulge right there. This is a Michael Obama moment, if ever there was one. And it has to be on purpose. He has to know that it's there. And trust me, there shouldn't be anything there if that was a woman. What is that?
Woo! Gorgeous.
Yeah, no, he looked right down at his winky dink and saw it sticking out, bulging, and he knew it, and he was very happy to see it there. So, you know, it's all very perverted. It's all meant to cause distress.
Thank you.
And it did. It succeeded. And what she forgot to put a dress on. And I'm so glad it's tipping it down. So glad. So glad. All demonic. LeBron James suddenly backs out of the 2012 Met Gala despite being event's honorary chair. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Right, now. Headline news. Apparently the snooker final was brought to a sudden halt because of a poor individual in the audience who suddenly became ill. Oh, that's such a great picture of the royals all looking sideways. Maybe a plane went down. Oh no, 2 riders die. that wasn't it. Okay, let me see. Here, apparently, World Snooker Championship between Mark Williams and Zhao Xingtong. So we got the Chinese and the snooker. Oh, wow, they get everything. Tennis, snooker, golf. No sport they don't get into with China. Not surprising, though. Not surprising, considering how hard they work. It was apparently briefly halted on Sunday due to a medical emergency involving a spectator. And ladies and gentlemen, this never happened pre-2020, 2021, when the jib jabs were produced and introduced into the world. You would never ever hear a story like this where somebody in the audience of a snooker final would have a medical emergency. It just didn't happen. Like in the football, spectators just did not have medical emergencies. I don't know how, but it just didn't happen. But this has happened a lot. Interruption came during the 6th frame of the match. Crucible Theatre referee stopped play as Williams was preparing to take a shot using the rest to line up a long red. Both players were instructed to return to their seats while medical attention was provided to an unwell fan in the audience. The delay was short-lived. Apparently he got up and walked out, so that's great. I thought it might have been a died suddenly individual. And can I just say, today is officially Donald Trump's 105th. Well, I say it's 105th. According to the calendar, it's Donald Trump's 105th day in office, but according to their numbers, again, with the numbers, they're going to say 106. They're a day off, but I have my calculator here, which is from January 20th, 2025 to May 5th, 2025. Includes end day. Wait a minute. Oh, no. No. What? What do you mean? Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean include? Oh. What else do you do if you put a date in? Do you not include that? If you say from the 20th of January to the 5th of May, do you not automatically include that date? I mean, what is wrong? Everything's been changed. So it is 106 days then. 105. My brain hurts. I have a sense that the official number is going to be 106, is what I'm saying. Oh, it is. Okay, again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know. Everything seems to have been changed, altered without my permission. The dates, how to work things out, they've altered the rules without notification of myself. Now, I've always done this. If I do a date between, say, the 20th of January to today, the 5th, I count the 20th, the date I start, and I also count the 5th, the day to the date. Therefore, when I put it into this date calculator, right, I didn't see this little stupid box. So according to me, it was 105 days. Then they came up with this. Look, it's only because I saw this box that says include end day. Well, of course you do. Okay, so it's his 106th day. So my bloody thing's all wrong now. I'm annoyed. So confused. Oh, I did put 106 on there. Oh, I've changed myself. Calm down, calm down. All right, here we go. Let's get back. Willie won't go home. But you can't, Willie won't go. Oh, tell me everybody, but oh no, because Willie won't go home. Was that a real song or did I just make that up? My English crew. I'm sure I just made that up. It is a song, but it's not with those words. What's that called? I don't know. Anyway, yes, I'm feeling silly tonight because I don't even know what day it is. Am I on? Really? Am I really talking? Alcatraz, hoorah! I'm the only one who's celebrating the opening of Alcatraz. Donald Trump really did get shot. Donald Trump fixed the border. Rebuild Alcatraz. Woohoo. Yeah, baby. Not going to play that clip again. If you want to put yourself through the misery of listening to him having to deal with that silly cow, the snake media, it is on YouTube. Border sealed. Now, of course, if you haven't heard this conversation between Tucker Carlson and Catherine Austin Fitts, you missed out on a biggie. This of Donald Trump, the Dilley team meme that was posted on the White House X feed of Donald Trump being the Pope has caused great consternation worldwide from the lunatic left, who couldn't give a toss about the Pope, of course, but although he was one of them, because of this meme. Now, I found the clip, which I was going to try and grab it to put it into my memory bank of my feed, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the computer said no, and nothing is where I wanted to be. My producer's fired. Producer that doesn't exist, you're fired. Bookmark. I bookmarked the clip where Donald Trump said he wanted to be the Pope. And it's just not there. Again. I don't know where these things go. Come on, maybe it's here. Don't look at the screen. You're all going to be very dizzy. And by the way, I don't know why orange smoke. They're supposed to be choosing a new Pope, and I'd not seen the orange. I don't know if they were voting for Donald Trump with the orange smoke coming out, because it's only supposed to be white or black, apparently, when they're selecting the next demonic representative of the Jesuit order, otherwise known as the Pope, the Roman Catholic head of the Vatican. For some reason, they've got orange smoke coming out, and I think that's in homage to Donald Trump, who said that he decided he should be the Pope. And I don't know where that clip is. Again, I'm feeling quite ill myself. If you're not feeling nauseated by watching me, scroll up my feed, I'm going to feel it for you. Okay. I could swear, but I won't. All right, I've given up, right? Just not my day. Not my day. So we'll watch the meme here. But Donald Trump did say he should be the Pope, and so Dilley did this great meme. Of course, AI, which spooks me out, but I'm using it because it's quite fun, and it shouldn't be, and I need to ask forgiveness. Yeah. Oh, has it been to say? Now listen, Beach Bear and Wayne the Pain, I think you misunderstood. I think Beach Bear was possibly telling you off because you used the COCK. You put that in. And I think Beach Bear was thinking that she was in your company and said, Wayne. As in, that's naughty. The COCK word. So apparently they've, have you got a link to that? Oh, did I work that out, Beach Bear? Oh my gosh. Was I right? Or are you clapping because they've got the white smoke and they've decided on a Pope? Where did you find that, Wayne? New Pope? They made a decision already? Hashtag Pope. Poopy Pope. Oh, to everyone complaining about Pope Trump, you were all silent during this. Remember this with the, what was it? The, it wasn't the Olympics, was it? When they did this demonic representative of the Last Supper? All right, so now I'm going to say to Beach Bear Treble 3, put a 4 in the chat if my my explanation of why you two almost you could have had a war. You and Wayne the Pain could have had a World War III through a misunderstanding because of the way the words were. Calm down, calm down. So Wayne got offended. Wait, Beach Bear told Wayne. Okay, so here's how it went. Right, let me just tell you, everybody else in the other chats, I'm just going to explain to you what happened here. So in the DLive chat, of course, I showed that video of the very dodgy individual who obviously had something downstairs which wasn't supposed to be there because he was trying to pass himself off as a woman, that creature in the gala thing. So I guess it was during that point when Beach Bear said, freak show. Wayne the Pain said, and a dong, which of course is the ding-a-ling thing down below. And Beach Bear said, wee willy. Wayne the Pain then put a C-O-C-K. I don't know why I can't say cock. I mean, it's like a cock stopper. No. What's the thing to stop the water? Bull cock? No. Stop cock. I mean, there's... Oh, no, it's not a cock. What's in the bottle? Champagne cork. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that Base David's having a breakdown live on a stream right now. Anyway, so the conversation there, so Wayne said, literally just said a cock. And Beach Bear, in capital letters, said, Wayne! And Wayne said, a willy, for some reason. And then Wayne the Pain saw Beach Bear's response of Wayne in capital letters, and Wayne the Pain, whose mind worked a mile a minute, suddenly said, Beach Bear, are you including me in the freak show Wee Willie Then Wayne as penis? That's what's known as Chinese whispers. Chinese whisper. Wayne the Pain, he go all out on a comment and see a completely different thing. And of course, Beach Bear said, calm down. And of course, I thought Beach Bear was talking to me when you said calm down. But Beach Bear was talking to Wayne. And then Beach Bear just says no. I mean, it's not very helpful, really. These one-word statements or comments or responses are very confusing sometimes, depending on the context. All right? So you could have been saying no to me, because I asked you, or you were talking to Wayne the Pain. And then Wayne, out of just completely left field, said, use the external, Amy, a 1 terabyte 1000 gig. I suppose that's suggesting that that's where I should put my content for the show, is probably what Wayne the Pain's saying. And then he also said, with the white smoke, it means that a decision is made. So let me just see. I'll look on YouTube for white smoke, white smoke, white smoke, Pope. You know, I'm relying on you. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Where is it? Look, there's an upside down cross there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is one of those stupid live things that you can't go back on the feed. Conclave to elect the Pope. Well, I don't know what... I mean, that showed... Oh, I see. New Pope... Oh, that was 12 years ago. I'm looking at 2 years ago, 12 years ago. Cardinal Conclave meet, witness new Pope announcement. 7 hours ago. Okay, let me just see if Wayne's got it. Oh no. Okay. I to be honest, I don't care. You know, I don't really want another Pope. Can't find Donald Trump's little video. Okay, so what I'm going to do now Let's see. Lionel Nation put this on yesterday saying explain. So, let's see. Test run. Orange Man has been elected Pope. That's what I said. A painfully obvious and unfunny joke. So it will appear on Fox News show. Oh, shut up, you lefty. Trump, the next Pope, will be fabulous. God works in mysterious ways. Now, of course, I guess that could have been photoshopped as orange. Right, no. What? Sorry. Oh, let's see. Family is everything.
Kiss me hard before you go.
And
Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know.
That's so sweet, but it doesn't make it. ILY, I love you for family. Oh, God, blimey, that's a stretch. Oh, here we go. Here's the Pope meme. Here's Donald Trump responding to his Pope meme that was posted. Yeah, let's hear it.
We're not so happy about the image.
Oh yeah, a cock is a male bird. That's right. Thank you, Base T. You see, I knew the cock was fine. It's just when it's used to describe the male appendage. It's you cock. A doodle-doo. It just doesn't seem right to me.
You looking like the Pope. Some Catholics were not so happy about the image
Oh,
of you
bless.
looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about it. I just saw it last evening. Actually, my wife thought it was cute. She said, "Isn't that nice?"
My question about
Actually, I would not be able to be married, though. That would be a lot. I'd have to the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on getting married, are they? Not that we know of. No.
Well, she keeps touching her nose, doesn't she? Old, oh gosh, she's really Miss Cocaina. They're all at it. She's done it again.
To the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on getting married, are they? Not that we know of. No.
She's pretending to cover
I think
it.
it's the fake news media that they're fakers.
My question, though, sir, was about the fact that it was put out on the White House account, even though it was AI generated, it was a joke, it was a meme. Does it at all diminish the substance of the official White House account to have it go out on that particular
give me a
channel?
break. It was just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. Have to have a little fun, don't you? Yeah.
It's so tedious. Well done, Don. I mean, Donald, to me, we have a sense of humour. The fake stream media are just pathetic. No, I'm not seeing that. I don't know why there's sort of things I get here. Wait, what? What's that?
Florida. Alright, 2514 is the code to the locks on these frequency weapons in Florida. All you gotta do is walk up, punch in the code, then once you do that, that's what they look like. That's where the lock is. You take that off, and then you can open this up. And once you do that, all you gotta do is flip the switches, and that will disable these frequency weapons that they're activating today. Talk is cheap. Time.
I don't know when that was, but remember in the COVID coronavirus nonsense of the different, what do you call it? They called the strains. Of course, alpha, beta. I don't think they did the gamma one, but they did the delta. Just a load of rubbish. Oh, I love this one. Right, you ready? You ready for this one?
Today.
Oh, this is great. Why didn't people think of this before? Right? Do a big fake news about people being deported and then the Cinco de Mayo won't be celebrated in America.
Today is May 5th, and that means Cinco de Mayo, Wolf, a holiday that celebrates Mexico's victory over France. But some, in the Battle of Puebla, I should say, but some communities have canceled or scaled back cultural events because of President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration and the fear among many Latinos that they could be arrested. today is May 5th.
Well, you know, if you in country illegally, you better find your way to the border. Because, you know, it's not going to take long for Mr. Holman and his ICE team to find you. Ándale, ándale, arriba, down to the border with you back to Mexico, where you belong. I mean, why are so many people in the wrong place? I mean, it really pisses me off. Sorry, I see my microphone is peaking. That's really annoying because then it distorts the sound, which I don't like. Am I distorting you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Ándale, ándale, arriba! Trump is playing you like a fiddle. Oh yeah, baby. Mammogram screenings are harmful and should be abandoned. There is zero net benefit for mammograms. The best way to know breast cancer is to avoid a mammogram. Nordic Cochrane Center. Mammograms are $1 billion business. They're only useful for profit. There you go. That's his opinion. Are we ready for a song? Here we go. This looks good. Break. Music break. Ow, my ear. Okay, that's enough. Hey guys, I don't know. This morning, ladies and boys and girls, I confessed, right, that I'm mucking about with AI. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to blame it on. I was going to name the individual I'm blaming it on because I wanted to try and steer clear of AI. But you know what? It's happened to me. I've decided I'm going to try and do a book of my story. By the way, by Wednesday, I want you all to have watched the Catherine Austin Fitz Tucker discussion. Just so you know, you can find it on my basedamie.com. Link is on my website. But anyway, so I'm having a little bit of fun with a book with ChatGPT, and it's very intriguing because what I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to get information from ChatGPT which will reveal real operations of the government, of the English government, the British government, whatever you want to call it, whatever government's in power, and the police operations against patriots. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm collaborating with ChatGPT to do a story. Now, initially, when I first started doing this with ChatGPT, Chat did not want to reference what they called a real individual. And of course, my base Amy, ChatGPT, knows that that's related to me. So I thought, I wanted to sort of try and see. I can't find my ChatGPT thing. Anyway, I wanted to try and get this thing going to try and get some. Just to write a book for fun and see how ChatGPT performed. And I have to tell you, I've managed to win ChatGPT around, but I can't find the tab. Hang on. Stand by. Oh, Fixing in Time just did a $10. You can't find a clip of Speedy saying that line, Mandela effect. I don't know who Speedy is. Fixing in Time, I don't know who Speedy is. Right, let me see. So I had ChatGPT trying to do a story about my sort of the activism, okay? And what I wanted to do was really, obviously, when I played the video clips where I was doing, challenging the police and challenging the establishment and challenging when we were going through all of Brexit and, of course, the climate nonsense protests that were going on a few years ago before COVID and also after COVID, I was up in London quite a bit because obviously I did not comply with the lockdowns. I mean, I did have ChatGPT up, so I don't know where it's gone. Let me get it up. So anyway, I'm trying to write a story. I'm giving it a few hints as to where I'd like to go with this. And I'm going to... Actually, no, I got it on my... Oh, you see, that's very naughty. It can't load the conversation. All right, let me see. Hang on. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. No, that's the wrong one. Dang. Right, so anyway, I don't know if you want to hear some of my story, The Adventures of Based Amy. Oh, here we go. Now, this isn't the final thing, right? It's not even close to being the final thing. So I'm going to read some of it out to you and see what you think. Right, so this is to do with Speaker's Corner. Oh, wait, no, this is close to what's going on. It's very strange. Very strange, because ChatGPT refused to... Oh, no, what did I just do? Did I just unplug that? Oh, man. Oh. So I gave a little bit of information, and they titled it Based Amy, the Complete Mythos, or Mythos. I don't know quite what that is, mythos. So I'm going to read a little bit to you, and I'll tell you the little bits I gave it. So it starts at chapter 2. I'm not sure what happened to chapter 1, but it said... Oh, ChatGPT has been around for decades writing songs for now you call pop stars. They just released it for all. They have mastered something. Okay, that's interesting, Wayne Payne. All right, so I'm going to read this out to you and see what you think. So this is, of course, some of during my 2018 days, 2016, blah, 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 right? Brexit. So it says, by early 2018, the tremors of Brexit had shaken London to its core, while politicians in Westminster hedged their bets and bureaucrats spun circles of delay. The real fight for sovereignty had moved to a sliver of freedom nestled at the edge of Hyde Park, Speaker's Corner. Here, surrounded by centuries of history, the air still crackled with free speech, or so it was supposed to. Amy had made this hallowed patch of gravel her new battleground. Every Sunday she climbed her milk crate, Union Jack draped over her shoulders. Now, it's kind of taken a little bit extra because I didn't tell it that at all. So ChatGPT sort of expands and embellishes and puts words in there that I didn't tell it to do, by the way. But it's because of the image of me with the Union flag scarf that I've had, that I gave to it, that it's taken that and gone with as though I've got it round my shoulders, like a standard. Her voice cut through the noise, sharp, clear, unwavering. Sovereignty is not negotiable, she would say, eyes scanning the shifting crowd. It's the soul of a people. But something had changed. The police, once content to let the weekly debates play out, had begun to circle, quiet at first, then more brazen. Cameras, notes, warnings. One Sunday it was a Section 5 notice, quote, alarming language. The next it was a shove, a cuff, and a ride in the back of a van. They called her a menace. Her supporters called her Based Amy. And then ChatGPT has a break and says, would you like me to continue chapter 2 from here, or should we move on to chapter 3? And I thought chapter 2 was quite short, so I said, continue with more about Speaker's Corner. Would you like some video? So ChatGPT said, absolutely. Let's continue. Here's the next part of Based Amy, the Complete Mythos. Now, I included a video. Is it this one? Let me see. Let's see if it's what it is. I say it's quite intriguing how it works, to be honest. Oh yeah, this was somebody. This was Speaker's Corner, 18th of March 2018. Brother Paul confronts a fascist lady. Oh, can you guess who the fascist lady was? And this is the Aloha Snack Bar channel, Pathway to Mercy, with 82,000 subscribers. Now, this was on the Tommy Robinson Free Speech Day when he made the speech that, I've forgotten that bloke's name again. The Dutch, who was banned from coming to England because he wanted to do a speech about free speech. I mean, you couldn't make it up. And on that day, after Tommy had left, I hung around and I was just talking to everybody. I was challenging everybody. It was my first there was a lot of Muslims there. I was just having a good old, but it was bloody freezing. So I was very wrapped up, but I didn't know I was going to be filmed. So I can't have that.
I'm talking about.
I mean, it was so cold. And this was several hours after Tommy had left. That is me there, wrapped up in my jacket, doing my live stream. And this is Paul, who was a convert. Okay? He's a bloody Muslim convert.
About free speech here, right? I never mentioned the word hate yet. My point is this: that free speech at Speaker's Corner, where people are free to criticise Islam in the way that Muslims will find very offensive, has excuse me, no, you listen to me now. No, you wait, please. Well, you've been doing that to me.
Paul, finish.
Let me finish, please.
Offensive to Muslims, what's that mean?
Well, let me finish. Free speech has been allowed where people can criticise Muhammad in the ways that Muslims find extremely offensive. And I can tell you that Muslims have not reacted in a violent way at all to the speech that Hatun. Well, you know differently, do you? Down here. Can you give me an example? Can you give me an example?
You just look at YouTube.
I have.
See how much violence there is on there.
What, down here? There's no violence. Speaker's Corner. Speaker's Corner.
Yes.
Well, Hatun has been, and Lizzie and others, Jay Smith has boasted that he's been here for decades. He's now back in America now. He's never been attacked in Speaker's Corner.
Good for him.
Good for him.
That doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
That's not true. He has been attacked. There was a time when he came with different Qurans, and he was trying to give a speech.
Right.
Yes, he was. They filmed it.
Okay. I'm not aware of that. If he's been attacked, then fair enough. I'm wrong. But it's extremely rare. No, let me finish. It's extremely rare. What I'm saying is that Muslims put up with the most. I'm just finishing my point. I'm finishing my point because we're talking about Islam and Muslims here. Yeah, we're not talking about Hindus or anyone else. So there is free speech. Muslims usually 99% of the time, maybe there's some exceptions, maybe you're right, usually put up with the most, in their eyes, the most offensive. Yes, we're talking about Muslims.
We don't measure by their eyes.
No.
We're living in a democracy.
Right.
Every religion is fair game. Every religion should be
But
fair
it is,
game.
but it is,
It's
that's my
not.
point. Okay.
Why are we separating Islam then?
Why is it?
Answer my question.
Okay.
Why are we separating?
I don't understand your question. What do you mean separating Muslims? What does that mean?
Don't play games.
No, I'm not. I don't know what separating Islam means. Can you go into more detail?
Well, you separate. You're saying Muslims specifically get offended by what people say.
No, some Muslims get when there is great criticism, but Christians also get offended down here. Presumably, I know because as a Muslim, because I'm a Muslim, when I criticise,
How did I not know?
well, I don't know. I didn't tell you. Unless you're psychic.
By the fact that you defend
I'm a white guy. I'm a Muslim. I believe there's one God. Muhammad is the prophet of God. That's what I believe. So. Ooh, that's low.
I don't know what I said then. Hang on. I don't know what I said then. I'm going to hear it back because it took a big intake of breath. This was my first foray officially into Speaker's Corner that day, doing debates, bloody freezing. And I didn't know this man. I didn't know him then. I found out who he was. But let me see what I said under my breath. Caught great consternation.
By the fact that you defend
I'm a white guy. I'm a Muslim. I believe there's one God. Muhammad is the prophet of God. That's what I believe. So. Ooh.
Oh, I said something about hanging. What? I can see why he took it. Oh, did I really say that? I'm not going to say what I said. I can't believe I said that. I was kind of cold then. I didn't care. I really was past the point of caring about anything.
I'm a white guy. I'm a Muslim. I believe there's one God. Muhammad is the prophet of God. That's what I believe. So. Ooh, that's low. That's low.
Very, very Why low would somebody who's
That's
why would a mature woman make a deliberately insulting comment in a very low manner? You see? You see?
I take it back. I'm sorry. Take it back. Take it back. Apologize.
Evidently. Okay, apology accepted. So let's keep this civil. Can we keep this civilized? I'm an Englishman, you're an Englishman. Let's behave like decent people.
Let's do that.
Right. So coming back to the point, Muslims down here usually 99% behave themselves very well, exceptions, and there's a Muslim here who was arrested today, I noticed, for assaulting a policeman. I'm pleased he was arrested because he was behaving badly.
Hang on. Didn't he just contradict himself with that statement? He said Muslims behave very well. Okay, one got arrested today. I mean, that's all they do, right? It's double talk. And he's a convert, which is the worst. And of course, because he's limp-wristed, which is what, you know, it's a disgusting cult that they're in. And I didn't really care by that point, and I probably wasn't far wrong. But anyway, so I can't remember what I was doing. So anyway, so this I actually put this. I can't believe I put this clip into ChatGPT as an example of based Amy at Speaker's Corner. I don't know what made me do that. I was just, you know, I thought, well, see if they'll take it, right? So I put it in there, and let's see. So Speaker's Corner, nestled in the northeast of Hyde Park near Marble Arch, has long stood as a bastion of free speech. Since the mid-1800s, it has been a gathering place for public debate and discourse, attracting figures like Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin, and George Orwell. In 2018, amidst the turbulence of Brexit, Amy found herself drawn to this historic platform, climbing atop her milk crate, draping. Oh, sorry, I already read that, hadn't I? Jack's a figure, voice echoing the sentiments of many who felt unheard. Her speech is passionate, unyielding, often drew both supporters and detractors and bodies a bit at the corner. However, the atmosphere was shifting. I've already done that, haven't I? The police presence grew more pronounced, and Amy faced increasing scrutiny. Warnings turned into citations, and peaceful debates occasionally escalated into confrontations. Despite these challenges, Amy remained undeterred, believing deeply in the right to speak freely and challenge prevailing narratives. So it kept on saying, if you'd like me to delve deeper into Amy's experience at Speaker's Corner or explore another chapter, feel free to let me know. So then I put that link in. And then the ChatGPT grabbed this image, which is of me, which was in the summer of 2018, and it was having the whole thing about the debate, the challenge of the Muslim prayer at Speaker's Corner, which I'd caused a bit of a stink bomb about by asking the police why they weren't upholding the rules or enforcing the rules, you know, stopping them from doing their group prayer, which is not about them being pious when they pray in public, you know, get down on their knees in public. It's just a show of force in Islam. It's got nothing to do with piousness, right? And I can see through it, which is more than most for some reason. Anyway, so that's an image from me when I was giving the policeman what for, because I felt he was obviously being weak. Anyway, Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park has long been a crucible for free speech, so it continued, and it said, where voices from all walks of life converge to debate, protest, and proclaim their truths. Amy, known to many as Based Amy, became a prominent figure here, passionately advocating for her beliefs amidst a cacophony of opposing views. In one notable encounter, Amy engaged in a heated debate about interpretation of religious texts, challenging prevailing narratives and sparking intense discussions among onlookers. Now that is... I don't think that's me. Oh, it's funny because they've actually taken this other woman. Oh, they've used this woman who's Amy. Oh, that's funny. It's very sneaky. Anyway, these interactions are going to highlight the dynamic and often contentious nature of public discourse in the historic venue. Amy's unwavering commitment to expressing her views. To be honest with you, that Amy is also very definitive, but she's from Poland or something, so she has a very strong accent. Regardless of opposition, underscores the enduring spirit of free speech that defines Speaker's Corner. I didn't really want to go into all of that, to be honest. Okay, so what I did, right? I said, wanted to explore more, or feel free to let me know. So this is my interaction with ChatGPT, trying to get information, right, about what the government's up to. So remember, I'm doing this under the guise of writing a novel as opposed to a biography, right? So I wrote to ChatGPT, I said, just make sure you include the interesting aspect of police tactics and quote-unquote operations with policing certain groups versus others, and let's do some MI5 government chat too about the overall situation from Brexit, Trump, Extinction Rebellion, media bias / talking points, and how some counter-protesters may not all be genuine, but for hire. Just to see how ChatGPT would handle it, right? So this is what came up with. So ChatGPT said, excellent. Oh, nice idea, right? Now we're digging into the deeper layers of the story. This is ChatGPT. Here's the continuation, weaving in the themes of police tactics, government oversight, and the wider geopolitical atmosphere post-Brexit. So chapter 2 again, The Corner of Truth continued. What Amy began to notice wasn't just the hecklers. They were always there. It was the pattern. Certain groups were watched, others were protected. Christian preachers were cautioned or escorted away for quote-unquote breaching the peace, while radical preachers nearby were left unbothered, their rhetoric ignored by the same officers. Some faces in the crowd repeated week after week, but never spoke. Always filming, always close when tensions escalated. Amy began referring to them quietly as plants. Quote me saying, look how they turn up 5 minutes before the row starts, she said to her friend Graham. Same shoes, same silence, and when things kick off, they vanish, just as the police swoop in. The tactics change subtly, like a playbook unfolding page by page. Warnings replaced conversation, new signage appeared overnight, dispersal orders, restricted zones. Body cams became routine. Officers arrived earlier, lingered longer, always watching, but never all equally. Off record, a sympathetic constable muttered, "You've been flagged, Amy." We're told to monitor, quote, risk communicators. That's what they call it now. Risk communicators. Not criminals, not terrorists, just people who stirred the pot, challenged consensus, opposed the managed narrative, and above them all, the silent ceiling, MI5. Now again, for those who may not be aware, when I was genuinely put on trial for having called an MP, like a member of Congress, similar, exact same thing, a traitor, genuinely put on trial, right? It was a political rubbish. I found out that MI5 were watching my content because at that time I was able to live stream on YouTube. And the trial was for this MP. And I was told by the judge, instructed, that I was not permitted to utter the woman's name, Anna Soubry, because I was running for office against her during this trial. Right? I mean, you couldn't make it up. And so the judge prohibited me from mentioning her name, any reference to her whatsoever, when I was trying to talk about what was going on. Right? To the audience. And I found out later in the paperwork from the CPS, in fact, I saw witness statements from MI5 officials who were watching my content. They were actually watching my live streams to see if I mentioned, or to hear if I mentioned this woman's name, which I never did. You know. It would have been ridiculous to do it only because I didn't really want to go to prison before they were going to send me, right? So there was no point in trying to do it, but they were listening. I mean, you imagine what they've let into this country, who they've let into this country, and who they should be watching and listening to. And they devoted a lot of resources to listening to my YouTube channel, to monitor my words, to see if I said this silly cow's name. I'm absolutely not kidding. I've got the paperwork, so and I just don't have it to hand to show to you. But anyway, so this is true. This, it's kind of this. There's truth interwoven in this story, right? Some might think it's a stretch, but no, we really are living in the dystopia of Orwell. It's definitely have been. Anyway, so it says the silent ceiling MI5. Amy had been warned more than once. Quote, "They're not coming for you with files and folders," a former civil servant told her. "They're watching metadata, building psychological profiles. If you shift public mood, especially online, they'll step in. You're not just a woman with a flag. You're a variable." As Brexit raged on and the Trump presidency sent aftershocks across the Atlantic, the UK government tightens its grip on public order, but not all protests were equal. Extinction Rebellion shut down bridges, airports and Parliament Square, cheered on by the press, praised for their conscience. Protesters were arrested but released like clockwork. Their funding? Shadowy NGOs, climate philanthropists. Some whispered government-friendly green disruption. Amy, meanwhile, spent nights in custody for a live stream. The media played its part too. Talking points echoed across networks. Far-right, conspiracy theorist, provocateur. The labels came first, evidence optional. And then there were the counter-protesters. Well-funded, masked, slick with slogans, anti-fascists in name, but strangely in sync with institutional aims. They screamed, "Free speech is violence," all while speech was quietly curbed by law. "I'm telling you," Amy said one day, looking out over Hyde Park, "some of these counter-protesters, they're not here because they believe in anything. They're here because someone paid them to be." The battle wasn't just at Speaker's Corner anymore, it was everywhere. In the algorithms, in the language, in the uniforms. A slow war of narrative where those who saw too clearly were first silenced, then erased. And Amy? She'd seen it all and she wasn't backing down. What do you reckon? Anyway, I'll end it there. I can't believe it's almost 11 o'clock. Wow, check out Victor Hugo. He has a big story from all this COVID stuff. May I post the link for you, Based Amy? Yes, of course, Mrs. Green Thumb. Amazing, Based Amy. How are things with you now? What do you mean, my dear? As in what? Are you asking me? Everything's fine. Okay, now, marks out of 10 for that story that what I'm doing, right, is I'm dropping in suggestions. What I wrote into ChatGPT was to, obviously, saw that sort of, I mean, what I'm going to do is probe ChatGPT to reveal some of the actual operations that the police were doing, like the Brexit patrol. My fight, it goes on. I've taken a different tack though. Let me see. Kurt Wilder wait, you're saying he went to prison and was made to convert to Islam? Wait a minute, have I read that wrong? Okay, now, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. A little bit different. It's Monday night. I'm going to really still be thrown off by the end of the week. We're in very turbulent times. Donald Trump is still the president, thank God. He is sorting America out, and that will really reverberate. I know. We're defeating the dark side. I don't know what that feed is. Now, XRP, baby, let's just quickly cover that. Where are we at? Okay, we're at 2.94 trillion. XRP, it's gone. Oh, dear, where's it gone? It's going down. $2.13. It's okay. It's all good. When they come out with the legislation, let me just show you. This is really interesting. I want to show you what Uphold, which is one of the big crypto Hujbi What's It. Hang on, that was just somebody who tests the bloody vapes, thousands a day. There's a lot of Trump clips on under Rapid Response 47. Come on now. Exhaustipated. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to show you a nice video. I'm going to read you about ivermectin, but first I'm just going to show you this video on Uphold. Now, again, you have to sort of make allowances for some of the stuff that they do, but this is pretty cool. Okay, so Uphold, major crypto bank, all right? It's the only one that enable people to in the States to purchase XRP during the 4 long years plus of the case, the SEC case that was against XRP or Ripple. And this is their latest ad, which I don't know quite. Wait, it's a box. So stationary. And then open the box. Uphold. Caps. Just take the bloody thing out. Ooh. The XRP Army, baby. I think I'm going to need one of those. I think so. I think that's my next one, huh? XRP, baby. Now, I guess that's the colour of the nails, is the blue and white for XRP. I mean, wait a minute, I don't know what to do. It's the same cap there. But that's it. That's it for the ad. So, let me see what it says. It says, just going to leave this here for a minute. No peeking. And then, of course, she opens the box. So, let me see. Bring it. XRP Army. XRP never back down. That's not quite officially the X for the logo. Okay, anyway, you know, I'm telling you, this is, well, we're getting there, And if you want to listen to quite a good content provider on the XRP, the latest one I like was 24 Hours Crypto. All right, he did one just earlier, 5 hours ago.
Hey guys.
No, sorry, this is the Working Money channel. My apologies. May 5th, Strategic Crypto Reserve deadline, and the DTCC says they'll tokenize 100 trillion of assets. What? Hang on.
Up about 60%. So if we did see another increase of 60% for XRP, it's not too much different from where we are today. 60% would bring us around 347, which is pretty much very, very close to the most recent all-time high that we saw. Where am I going here? Right in here. So back in January 2025. So guys, we're getting very close. Maybe we will see some meaningful activity. President Donald Trump has also noticed that the crypto market was much stronger than the strong market during this recent crash. Listen to this.
The stock market, not the strong market.
This.
I want crypto. I think crypto is important because if we don't do it, China's going to. And it's new. It's very popular. It's very hot. If you look at the market, when the market went down, that stayed much stronger than other aspects of the market. But I want crypto because a lot of people, you know, millions of people want it. I don't know if you know that Biden went after it violently, and then before the election, he changed his tune entirely. His head of the SEC, everybody changed their tune. You know why? Because there were hundreds of millions of people that are participating in crypto, and they wanted to get their votes.
That is very true. We know the track record of the Biden administration changing gears when they realized, oh yeah, there's, I guess, a big crypto contingency out there that we're alienating by making these stupid rules. Anyway, Donald Trump has his thumb on the pulse, and he's realizing cryptocurrency is here to stay. Of course, May 5th is today, guys, if you're watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it, and it is also the deadline for the Treasury Secretary to deliver an evaluation for establishing and managing the strategic Bitcoin reserve as mandated in Trump's March 6th executive order. So that is something else that I'm going to be paying attention to within 60 days of this date. The Secretary of the Treasury shall deliver an evaluation of the legal and investment considerations for establishing and managing the strategic Bitcoin reserve and the digital asset stockpile. So not just Bitcoin, but also the digital asset stock.
Now, Mrs. Greenthumb saying crypto bad, _K, so is .govs. Now, just to let you know, I've been dealing with crypto for 7+ years, and it's the decentralized finance. It is not what everybody thinks it is. It isn't about the control. There are obviously methods of control with the central bank digital currencies, but what Donald Trump is talking about and what they're putting into place is a decentralized finance where you will be literally your own bank. Nobody will be able to, if you hold the crypto, if you're able to get in before the institutions, which is what we've had the ability to do for years, but it will very soon end once they come out with a regulation. This is the opportunity of a multi-generational where the retail has been able to get in before the institutions, right? Because they have to wait for the regulations, they have to get their permissions to deal with people's money. And for the first time in the history of money and money management, it is truly the first time ever where, let's just say, the little guy and the little gal, the little guy's been able to get in before the big ones. 2.94 trillion market cap, the majority of that being in Bitcoin, and the rest is split up amongst all the other altcoins. And genuinely, I mean, mark my words, it's the opportunity of it's a multi-generational thing. If you are in the right one, I've obviously been talking about XRP, I've focused on, but all of the ones that are going to be utilized in the updated financial system, which is all going to be digitized, not centralized as most suspect, but that's what is being fed out there, and that's what's been the narrative to steer people away, because this technology and the banking, the system, unlike the centralized banking system where we as individuals would have no access to their terminals, no access to their programming at all and how they deal with money and shift it in the SWIFT system, this is a whole new ball game. This is decentralized, and in order for it to be decentralized and to be instant settlement, instant liquidity, as quickly as sending a text, it's going to be as quick as sending an email. Money is going to join in. It has to, to join in to get everybody up to speed. There cannot be a closed system for peer-to-peer, for transactions to take place. And so the technology is open source. It's out there for everybody to get access to. And so if you have a smartphone, if you have a bank account, you can connect to the Web3 that has been being used for years, which is what they're going to run on. And these tokens are almost, it's very much, they're like shares, but they're not. Financially speaking, they're not regarded as shares in a company where you have to form a contract and, right, the SEC gets involved and all that stuff. These act as though they're like shares in that the value will go up in their price. Their price will go up as more money is invested in them, but they're dealt with as like assets, money, not stock, share stock. So it is truly beyond. Okay, I have not just stepped into it yesterday. 7 years I have been interacting with this. It really does happen. The Ripple Net is a real thing. XRP is going to be the one. It's going to be the Bitcoin of all the money's going to flow through the RippleNet, through the XRP ledger. And when that happens, then it needs micro amounts of XRP. The value of XRP has to be at a much higher value than it is now. At the moment, it hasn't been officially activated because there was the legal case, and there's now all of the, the contracts, the legislation for how the banking organizations and the institutions deal with finance, digitized and decentralized finance, how it's all going to happen. So they have to have rules that they operate by. And obviously, unlike institutions, individuals, we can do what we want with the money we have access to. We can put it where we want. So it's exactly the same mechanism, exactly the same technology. It's just we've got first dibs. And whilst it's just the retail, mainly retail investing is speculating in this space, the majority of prices are low. But once the switch is flipped and the permission is granted to the institutions, which is all being put in place as we speak, then this is going to rise exponentially. And as they say, all boats float. And of course, the key actors in this future financial system especially are ones that are in the ISO 20022 standard. And there's only, I think, 7 or 8 of them that are compliant with the standard. And XRP is one, XLM, XDC, I think Solana, Cardano is, and Quant, and Hedera Hashgraph. I think it's been a while since I've looked them up, but there's just a handful out of the millions of tokens that are out there. So, obviously you have to know, you do your own due diligence, never invest what you can't afford to lose. Definitely never use a credit card to purchase crypto. And it's going to be phenomenal. And what I say has happened is Donald Trump has put the kibosh on the sinister digitized finance, which is the central bank digital currencies, the programmable currencies. Now, there will be central bank digital currencies, but Donald Trump has prohibited the program that can pretty much do what China does, apparently, is where they control how people spend their money, if they get the money, what they can spend it on. It's instant. And that's what Donald Trump has said no to. So it's an amazing, and it's mentally stimulating, and it's just like Star Trek. It's another world. It's what's coming. It's what is being put in place. It's a case of when. And when I first started talking about this, it was as though I was talking double Dutch, and I was just absolutely fantasizing, and people just dismissed it as rubbish and crypto nonsense, and it's never going to take off. Roll on several years later, and guess what? It is, not only is it's very much sooner than when I started talking about it. And the main one that I've been banging on about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the one that's the chosen one. XRP, baby. Maga Mama says, why should crypto not be purchased with a credit card? I've never remembered hearing you say that before, Based Amy. Now, what I mean is if you use a credit card, it's obviously not a good idea, because obviously with the credit card, it's if you can afford to pay it off. You don't want to spend more than you can afford to lose. And the thing with credit cards is that people just sort of think they've got a $10,000, limit. But that doesn't mean if you spend $10,000, you can't actually pay it off in good time. So it's just not a good way of managing your money. If you're very strict and you know that you're going to buy $100 worth, and you're going to pay it off, then of course, that's just my thing. I made the mistake of doing that. I thought I was late 7 years ago, and I panicked. I thought I was late, And I was thinking, well, it's going to take off, so I'll be able to pay my credit card balance off. So what the hell? And of course, no, it didn't happen. And I broke that cardinal rule. And the other thing is, if you use a credit card or a debit card to purchase crypto, then they always tag on a percentage fee to purchase, as well as what the exchanges take. So it's just more expensive using that kind of method. The cheapest way is if you get, like, say for instance, a Crypto.com account, which is set up as a bank account or Uphold account. I find it more straightforward with Crypto.com, to be honest. And then you create a payee in your bank, with your bank, as like Crypto.com. It has to be your name. You have to do KYC and all that. And if you do it that way, you transfer, say, you count it as a payee. So, like you're going to pay, like if you're going to pay a direct debit to a electricity company or something, you just have a Crypto.com as a payee, and you just tell it to send £100 or $100. There's no fee with it to be sent. And then once you're, again, this is probably a bit more complicated, but because I can't show my screen to show you because I don't have the share stuff. But just quickly, that when you transfer the money into your Crypto.com account, it will go into your, if you're in England, it's a GBP account. When you want to buy crypto, you want to make sure that you use your money that you just put in and not use your debit or credit card, only because there's no fee. Okay. You really just want to save money, as much money as you can, and you don't want to pay a fee if you can avoid it. So if it's just the way you go through the transactions. You just buy with the dollars you've put in or whatever, and do it through that account in your Crypto.com account, and you just avoid any fees. Okay, that's it really. All right, there we go. I hope, yes, Crypto.com. I do think that's excellent. Mrs. Green Thumb said, Trump has killed more than Pol Pot on the dead bodies of Warp Speed and Gaza. You have it all. Don't wonder why. When the curses come upon you, grab and growl, take it with you. Ha ha ha. I'm going to listen. What you don't understand, remember, is that the system we're in now is demonic. Okay? The dollars you have, you look on the back of your dollar, you've got a pyramid. You have the demonic money. The fiat money is demonically driven. Okay? So there's no way of escaping their, unfortunately, system. You're in it now, but you still use the money because you have to use it to do it. So I've not sold my soul to go into crypto at all. In fact, I'm actually up beating the system, and I won't need the mark of the beast to be able to spend the money. You have to understand. I know what I'm talking about, Mrs. Green Thumb. I'm ahead of the game, ahead of it all. But anyway, it's now 11:15. I think it's time for me to say good night. I'm going to say bon nuit. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's somewhat, who do me what's it, hectic show. I never cover everything that I want to because I get distracted. And I'd never asked I didn't get a response with the book. Did you enjoy the book? Before I go, I must get a feedback with the novel of Based Amy's Adventures versus the government, Deep State Dark Side. Yeah, baby. Give me marks out of 10. And if I get high marks, I will continue my endeavors. If I don't get high marks, I'll think twice about it. And it's quite fun. Quite interesting to see what it does when I ask it to do certain things. So, I'm going to see what your marks are as I bid you adieu. And I will play you out with a little bit of 24 Hours Crypto. And have a fabulous couple of days. Enjoy the next couple of days. I will be back hopefully all being well and good. If I know what day of the week it is, will be very helpful on Wednesday. I'm just trying to look something up. And
So good. So are you.
Sorry, I'm just going to see. Okay, hang on. Just stand by. I'm trying to do 3 things at once here, which is always quite tricky. Doing a bit of juggling. Sorry, I'm just going to see. Okay, here I am. Oh, I got 8 out of 10 from Base T. Thank you so much, Base T. 8 out of 10. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, Steph Stuff is enjoying the book 10. Beach Bear 10. Ooh, thank you so much. Okay. All right, I'll keep it going. It is based on truth, actually. Very juicy truth. Yeah, baby. So thank you to those in Kick. Thank you on YouTube. Cheers on D Live, on Foxhole or Pill.net. And did I say D Live? Rumble in the Jungle. Thanks for being with me. And by the way, somebody said I couldn't get the... Sorry, before I go, let me just see. I was told by... Who was it? Who said I couldn't get the mouse thing from Andale Arriba. Who was it? He said it was... Or she said it was... the Mandela Effect. Let me see. Hang on. Let me just... Oh, it was Fix in Time. Now, let me see if he says it. Let me see, because you said this couldn't happen. So I'm going to see if this does have the soundbite. For those of you who are of an age.
No se preocupen, Speedy González se los trae. ¡Yepa, yepa, y arriba, arriba! ¡Ándale, arriba, arriba, yepa!
He did say Andale Arriba, yepa. He said yepa as well, which is quite interesting. That almost looks like Ukraimia, the colouring of blue and yellow, but it's not quite the right shade. So I don't know, that seems to be Andale Arriba in there. So it seemed to work, I don't know. All right, on that note, okay, I just wanted to just check that one. Tell me if that's not true. And I'll see you on Wednesday, so don't have nightmares. Thank God Donald Trump is still the President of the United States. He's going to sort Gaza out. He's going to sort Iran out. He's going to sort out Russia, Ukraine. There's going to be peace throughout the world, and he's going to drain the damn swamp, I swear. And we are all going to be in a golden era of good fortune and happiness. All right. Until Wednesday, everybody. When I will, in fact, you know what I didn't do? I want to play... I'm not playing that. I've changed my mind. I've done an executive decision. I want to play a couple of R videos to have you feel happy. All right, so here we go. I've got a couple of good videos to play for you. That's not good. And that's not good. All right, so until... Oh, and the Kentucky Derby, just so you know, apparently sovereignty beat journalism at the Kentucky Derby. You can make this up. It's like a fairy tale. All right, until Wednesday, everybody have a good one. And remember, if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Till Wednesday, Based Amy, out.
Journalism is on the move as they turn for home, and sovereignty is coming with him on the outside. The two of them go right by with a furlong to run. Journalism and sovereignty, nose to nose, down to the last 16th of a mile. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism is second toward the inside. Baeza is third, but it will be sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby. Journalism and Baeza were next. Final Gambit was fourth. The final time was 2:02.
Regardez. Superbe.
Là, on a déjà vu ça. Non, il n'y a pas eu de chute. Maintenant, mais en principe, les commissaires n'ont pas parce qu'à
I remember that.
C'est très gênant pour les coureurs derrière.
De mim. Passa, passa, passa. Meu Deus do céu. Coitadinho, gente. Passa, passa, passa. Passa. O que eu vou arrumar aqui agora, hein? Tem que esperar chegar alguém. Sozinho eu não vou conseguir fazer isso. Parece que ela é mansa. Se eu não tomar um coice aqui... Espera aí que eu vou tentar te ajudar.